ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 1, chapter number 4, entitled as The Appearance of Sri Narad, and the text number 14. Suta Uvacha
सूत उवाच
Dvapare Samanuprapte
द्वापरे समनुप्राप्ते
Tritiye Yuga Paryaye
तृतीये युगपर्यये
Jatah Parasharadyogi
जातः पराशराद्योगी
Vasavyam Kalaya Hare.
वासव्यां कलया हरे।
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. Suta Goswami said, when the second millennium overlapped the third, the great sage Vyasadeva was born to Parashar in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of Vasu. Purport. There is a chronological order of the 4 millenniums, namely Satya, Dwapar, Treta and Kali. But sometimes there is overlapping. During the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, there was an overlapping of 28th round of the 4 millenniums, and the third millennium appeared prior to the second. In that particular millennium, Lord Sri Krishna also descends, and because of this, there was some particular alteration. The mother of the great sage was Satyavati, the daughter of the Vasu fisherman, and the father was the great Parashar Muni. This is the history of Vyasadeva's birth. Every millennium is divided into 3 periods, and each period is called Sandhya. Vyasadeva appeared in the third Sandhya of that particular age. Hare Krishna. तो मैं आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूँ आज के हमारे श्रीमद् भागवत कक्षा में। विशेषता हमारे 2 वेरी मच सिंसियर स्टूडेंट्स, हिज ग्रेस प्रहलाद प्रभु एंड हर ग्रेस राधिता माता जी. So I can see Prahlad Prabhu on screen, sincerely listening. He is sincerely listening, but he is not making, Mataji listen the lecture. Hare Krishna. So now, in this particular purport, very much one question is answered. So let me give little bit, a prior background of what I'm going to discuss right now. So many times, especially if you are living in Maharashtra, this question will come to you. In Kali Samtarana Upanishad, when Brahmaji and Narad Muni is having a conversation, हिंदी में बोलना चाहिए ना मुझे? Bharat Prabhu is there only. Okay, Bharat Prabhu understands English. So there is a question asked by Narad Muni, what should be the relieving factor for the Kali Yuga people and their miseries in this life. So Brahmaji in Kali Santarana Upanishad gives a Mahamantra and says this is what is actually required for the people of Kali Yuga to get relieved from their situations, miseries actually. So Brahmaji, what he says in Kali Santarana Upanishad, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Nataparat Upayam Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. This is what is 16 syllables of Mahamantra, which will be the ultimate upaya, the solution for the Kali Yuga's tragic situation. Now, what is the thing in this particular shloka and what we know about Mahamantra? Reversed, right? So, my God, Kali Santarana Upanishad is having a reversed mantra. Now, in Maharashtra, if you come after each and every arti, they sing this Mahamantra. What they say? Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's the same tune. Okay. There also they will ask, or Maharashtrian people will ask you, why you have changed, you Hare Krishna people, you changed this mantra just because you love Krishna, you like Krishna, and you have a Krishna temples. That's why you have changed this mantra also. So actually what happened, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he gave the mantra in this way. Now nobody, like Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, when he's, instead of Mukti Pade, he said Bhakti Pade. The one shloka, he just twisted it. I don't want mukti. None of the devotee want mukti. So why there is written of this mukti pade in particular shloka? Devotee desire bhakti. So it should be bhakti pade. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you cannot alternate or you cannot change the shlokas of Vedas, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. They has to be as it is. Then now why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave us Krishna first and then Ram? Because it's Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vedas, Puranas are all the mantras that's come even from the Lord. And especially Vedas came from the snoring of the Lord. See, the snoring of a person is such a potent. What to speak then when that person himself speaks? Right? So that's why in all the Veda, Bhagavad Gita is most important. Because Bhagavad Gita is specially spoken by the Lord. And that's okay. Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita. That's very important for us. But yesterday we were discussing, until and unless we don't know the glories of the person, how can we understand? How can we give a sincere oral reception to what he is speaking? We heard that example of King of Alwar, right? So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam is very much important. Because who is Krishna? Why he is so much important? What is his actual position? That is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is very much important for us. Okay. So now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave that mantra to us, but actual mantra is Krishna first and the Ram next. No. People say logic is what? Who came first? Who came first? Lord Ram. And then Krishna came. So what happened? Ram should come first in mantra. And that's a good logic and it's a right logic. Am I right? Now, Satyug, Tretayug, Dwaparayug, Kalyug. Three means what? Third. And Dwapar. Dvi means what? Second. So two should come first and three should later. But still we say Tretayug come first and Dwaparayug comes last. Now, the answer to this question is given by Srila Prabhupada in the Purport. But sometimes there is chronological order of 4 millenniums. Chronological order. What is that? Satyug, Dwaparayug, Tretayug and Kalyug. You can see, see the Purport again. Srila Prabhupada is writing in the same way. Satyug, Dwaparayug, Tretayug and Kalyug. Am I right? But sometimes there is a overlapping. Especially it is in the 28th of Yuga cycle. There is always a Yuga cycle goes on. Satya, Dwapara, Treta, Kali, Satya, Dwapara, Treta, Kali, Satya, Dwapara, Treta, Kali. And then when there is a 28th Yuga cycle, there is a little alterations where in 28th Yuga cycle, the two yugas, they get overlapped, and in that particular millennium, this Dwapar Yuga, it comes before, after the Treta Yuga, means Treta Yuga comes first. So Srila Prabhupada writing that, and the third millennium, means the Treta Yuga, appeared prior to second. Okay, and in that, Lord Krishna also descends. So this 28th Yuga cycle is special because other times, in other yugas, when Lord Krishna appears on this earth, that's a Lord Kshirodakshaya or Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he expands himself and comes as Krishna. That's why that popular saying is that Krishna is a avatar of Vishnu. That is okay for 27 cycles. But in 28th Yuga cycle, Lord Krishna, who is present in Goloka Vrindavan, he appears himself in this material world on planet Earth. Okay, now there are two things which I will give you. How many of you heard the Arati of Lord Panduranga, which in Maharashtra they sing? None of you? They sing, Yoge 28 विटेवरी उभा वामांगे रुखमाए दिस दिव्य शोभा पुंडलिका भेटी पर ब्रह्म लेगा चरणी वाहे भीमा उद्धरी जगा जय देव युगे 28. 28 means what? 28. Why there is so much special about 28th Yuga cycle? That's it. Because Krishna himself comes in 28th Yuga cycle. That same Krishna appeared on this planet Earth, and the same Krishna from Dwaraka, when he came here, this land of Maharashtra is actually the in-laws land. Rukmini Ma is Maika, and Dwaraka is Sasural, or UP is Sasural. She is Maharashtrian girl married with UP boy. So that same Krishna appeared and he became a Panduranga in the Pandharpur Dham. And that's why that 28th Yuga cycle is so much special in the particular context. Then second one, there is a Brahmana. Proji नीचे हरे नीचे रख दीजिए वो हम रख हरे. So in Dwaraka, one Brahman, he came and he started chastising King Ugrasen Maharaj, that you are not a good king. You appear to be very pious. You consider yourself to be the best among the all, but you are not. You are not following the proper principles. And that's why the issue is that your praja is going through so much tensions, worries, anxieties and difficulties in their life. Because it is said when Raja is not pious, praja also has to suffer for that. Okay. That doesn't mean whenever praja is suffering, that is the ultimate thing for the, only Raja is responsible. Our own karma is also responsible for that. Okay. So, this Brahmana started chastising. Arjun was present. He came there to meet Krishna. So he couldn't take it. How can you offend King Ugrasen? He is such a great king actually. He said, what is your? Hindi. Okay, तो आधा पास टाइम अभी हिंदी में बता. तो जो अर्जुन वहां पे थे, उनको सहा नहीं गया कि कोई महाराज उग्रसेन को आके इस पद्धति से कोई चस्टाइज करे या उनको डांटे या उनके बारे में कुछ गलत बोले. तो ब्राह्मण को बोले, आप बताइए आपको क्या तकलीफ है, आपकी तकलीफ दूर करने का कार्य मैं करूंगा. तो बोलते, ब्राह्मण बोलता है, मेरे 9 बच्चे जन्म होते ही मर चुके हैं. वो माँ के गर्भ से बाहर आते हैं और मर जाते हैं. तो इसका मतलब राजा यहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी पायस नहीं है. तो अर्जुन बोलते, आप ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हैं? मैं आता हूँ आपके साथ और देखता हूँ किस पद्धति से ये आपके बच्चे को कोई लेके जाता है, यमराज वगैरह लेके जाते हैं. तो बोले, ठीक है, लेकिन अगर आप बचा नहीं पाए मेरे बच्चे तो क्या होगा? अर्जुन बोलते, मैं अग्निकुंड में अपने आप को दहन करवा दूंगा. तो अर्जुन जाते हैं. वो ब्राह्मण के पत्नी को प्रसव वेदना होती है, बच्चा आता है. अर्जुन जैसे ही वहां पे आते, वो पूरा अपने बाणों से एक प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग बनाते हैं, एक सुरक्षा कवच बना देते हैं वहां पे. और जैसे ही वो बच्चा जन्म लेता है, लीव्स हिज बॉडी, वो मर जाता है. मर जाने के बाद अर्जुन टेंशन में आते कि मैंने इतना सुरक्षा कवच करने के बाद भी कोई भी दुनिया में ऐसा व्यक्ति नहीं जो उसको भेद सकता था. कोई भी देवी देवता इसको भेद नहीं सकता था, परंतु फिर भी इस बच्चे का आत्मा कौन कैसे लेके चला गया यहाँ से. और ब्राह्मण बाहर आके बोलते, यू आर फेल्ड, आप फेल हो चुके हो, जाके अग्निकुंड में प्रवेश करो. तो अर्जुन जब अग्निकुंड में प्रवेश करने जाते हैं, कृष्ण वहां पे आते हैं. कौन्तेय प्रति जानीमि न मे भक्त्या प्रणश्यति. तो इस पद्धति से अर्जुन जब यज्ञ कुंड में अपने आप को प्रवेश करने के लिए चले जाते हैं, कृष्ण उनको बोलते चलो आपके समस्या का समाधान मैं कर देता। कृष्ण एक रथ के ऊपर अर्जुन जी को आरूढ़ करते हैं और वो रथ चलने लगता है। चलते 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 पृथ्वी से ऊपर उड़ के सारे जो ऊपर वाले प्लैनेटरी सिस्टम है, भूअरलोक, जनलोक, तपलोक, महरलोक, सत्यलोक, सबको क्रॉस करते हुए यूनिवर्स को भेद के, टोटल यूनिवर्स का जो भी अर्थ, वाटर, फायर, एयर, इथर, माइंड, इंटेलिजेंस, फॉल्स ईगो का पूरा जो कवरिंग है, उसको भेदते हुए कृष्ण भौतिक जगत को छोड़ के कारण ओशन में चले जाते हैं, जहां पे महाविष्णु लेटे हुए रहते। कौन? महाविष्णु, जिनसे सारे यूनिवर्सेस प्रकट होते हैं, वहां पे भगवान अर्जुन को लेके जाते हैं। और महाविष्णु को कृष्ण बोलते हैं, वो जो बच्चे आपने लिए हैं वो क्यों लिए? बोलते भगवान आप लाखों मिलेनियल्स में एक बार आते हैं, तो जस्ट वांटेड टू हैव योर दर्शन, right? And that's the reason why I just wanted to meet you. And Krishna also, वो ऐसा फॉर्मेलिटी करते हैं, उनको दंडवत प्रणाम करना, उनको ग्लोरिफिकेशन वगैरह करना. But that was exchanges because just Mahavishnu wanted to take the darshan of Lord Krishna. He took out those boys with him. And then they give it back to Krishna and Arjun. Yeah. Yes, that's. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Till that time, Krishna was not the. He was not, like, okay, I will come. Even Mahavishnu has to wait for Krishna's darshan. But only when the pure devotee of the Lord. Of course, Mahavishnu and Krishna is not different. They are the same personalities in a different role. So it's not one is less, one is more. But definitely we want Krishna more. We love Krishna more. Right? The mood wise we love Krishna. All the children has given back to Arjuna. Arjuna came 10. And then they came back and they were handed over to Brahmana. Then he became happy. And that episode happened. So that shows that when 28th Yuga cycle comes, Krishna is so special. And you know what fortune we have? This is the 28th Yuga cycle. And in the 28th cycle of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna from Goloka Vrindavan, he appears as it is the same self Krishna. He appears in this world. And in the same Yuga cycle, after Dwapar Yuga, this Kali Yuga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is there in the half part of Goloka Vrindavan, which is called as a Navadvip Mayapur Dham, that same Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in this Kali Yuga to propagate and to preach the holy name of the Lord. And this is the 28th Yuga cycle and the 28th cycle's Kali Yuga, where 500 years back, the same Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is staying in Golok Vrindavan, appeared in this Kali Yuga. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. 20th Kali Yuga ki Jai. So we are so fortunate that by some mercy we got the fortune to take birth in this particular 28th Kali Yuga. Okay, so each and every Kali Yuga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, he gives the Yuga Dharma. But this is the particular Kali Yuga where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated Mahamantra. Simultaneously, he gave that knowledge that above Vaikuntha planets, there is the highest and topmost planet of Vaikuntha is Goloka Vrindavan. So this particular Shri Radha and Krishna Mahima and their Dhama has been revealed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to us in this 28th Kali Yuga, 28th Yuga cycles Kali Yuga actually. So that's why Srila Prabhupada always says this human form of life is so rare, especially right now where we are situated. It's such a special that by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of our present Guru Warriors, we got this special fortune to be the part of Srila Prabhupada and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. We have been given this Hare Krishna Mahamantra and provided with this kind of a very special knowledge. So each and every one of us has to be very, very sincere in our approaches in our devotional service. If we lose this opportunity, there is no one who is more unfortunate than this. So that's why there are obstacles, there are difficulties, there will be thousands of things will come into our life, but we have to emphasis on our priority. Whether we want our priority to be the material people, the material relationship and the material phenomenon, material sense gratification, or whether we want to have our priority as our spiritual life, which has been bestowed by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, and which is so rare that even so many people, so many living entities coming in the Kali Yuga is not getting that opportunity that has been bestowed on us. So that's why this is so special. Then the second part of this, many times people take it on a logical basis. Many times those people they give kind of a very dry logics. There were two twins in the womb of mother, and one of the twin he asked the another twin, his brother or a sister, that what do you think? There is a life beyond this womb? So the second twin, he says, yeah, I believe that there is a life after the womb. Oh, really? Do you think that after delivery we will have another kind of life? Like, yeah, there has to be something. I don't think that after delivery there is something voidism or everything will become zero. First twin says, that child says, I don't believe that. How can there be life? You know, there is an end after this delivery. You know, there has to, when we come out of this womb, there is nothing which we should see. There is just nothing out of this womb. Tell me, do you really believe that one day we will walk on this legs? Do you really think we will eat by our mouth? See, logically, why there is this umbilical cord then? No, scientifically it is proven that this umbilical cord is giving us nourishment. And the second one says, no, but there has to be someone. Oh, really? If there is a life after this womb, why nobody is coming back to womb again after having that life which is outside? Have you seen anybody coming again into this womb? The second child says, no. Then it's logically proven that there is no life after this womb. Now, do you really believe there is a mother, a concept of mother? The second child says, yes, there has to be some mother who is giving us a food which comes through this umbilical cord. There is a garbha and she's taking care of us. The first child says, if there is a mother, why we can't see her? Why can't we talk to her? The second child said, but she's around everywhere. Many times, if you close your eyes and if you do dhyana, a little bit, give attention, you will feel her presence everywhere. She's everywhere around us. That's the logic of atheistic people. Lord is everywhere. Just we have to close our eyes and try to meditate and try to see that hand of God everywhere in this universe. So atheistic logics they may give there is no life after death. Everything is zero. But is it? Why people are not coming? There is no kind of a reincarnation, all that kind of stuff. We have not seen anybody is taking reincarnation. Cats and dogs, you suppose that you're a cat and you're a dog. So just because you have not seen and you have not yet experienced what is outside, that doesn't mean outside world doesn't exist. Just like a second child says, there is a mother and I can feel her presence all around of us. Similarly, devotee of the Lord can feel the presence of the Lord everywhere in this universe, everywhere in the every situation. But the atheistic people, because their vision has been blocked, they can't see Krishna. And that is the atheistic logic. And you try to teach them, they say, no, no. See, by logic, Prakriti gives this. The chemical reaction happens, and the fertilizers does like this and this and this. Everywhere there is a science, science, science. Everything happens because of science. That's what their logic is, actually. That's what atheistic logic of this first child. So people are so Kupa Manduka mentality. They have that kind of a Kupa Manduka mentality that what we are perceiving from our senses, that's what ultimate. But there is a mother. Just when you come out of that womb of ignorance, you will try to feel the presence of mother. Similarly, when we will come out of our sense gratificatory, atheistic and envious nature, we will feel the presence of Lord and His energy everywhere in the universe. So our duty, following the principles of this devotional service, is actually coming out of that ignorance and trying to feel the presence of Lord in each and every situation. So unfortunately, atheistic people, they don't want to do it. So here also, Krishna so many times is coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a Krishna, as a Rama, as a Varaha, as a Narsimha, as a Prithu Maharaj, as Bharat Maharaj and all. But people, they don't want. They are just into their illogical, logical mind. They give the logics with their tiny brains, actually. And unfortunately, that's why they cannot feel the presence of the Lord. This second part of purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning the birth of Vyasadeva. The extraordinary person never comes, like extraordinary people always have extraordinary birth and their activities are also extraordinary. Okay. So just like Krishna says, Janma karmascha me divyam evam vyavatti tatvatah. Although Krishna feels it like he appeared from the womb of Devaki Mai, but he is not. Similarly, the great personalities also looks like a very common and ordinary person, but they are not. When Srila Prabhupada appeared in this world, the first prediction was that he will start. He just Prabhupada was like a small child of I think 15 days or 1 month when the astrologer came actually. And he predicted that this boy will take the Jagannath Ratha Yatra all over the world. And he will establish 108 temples of Lord Krishna. Prabhupada did that when he was in 70s. And when that prediction has been done, when he was 15 days, 1 month old child. So that shows कि just like भगवान जिस पद्धति से दिव्य होते हैं, भगवान के जन्म और कर्म जिस पद्धति से दिव्य होते हैं, उनके शुद्ध भक्तों के भी जन्म कर्म दिव्य ही होते हैं. तो हमारे जीवन में श्रील प्रभुपाद और हमारे गुरुवर्य जो है, उनके कार्यकलाप और उनके जो भी जीवन में करने वाले वो बाकी के एक्टिविटीज है, उनको हमें दिव्य स्तर पे ही देखना होता है. तो वैसे ही व्यासदेव जो पराशर मुनि और सत्यवती से आए हैं, उनका जन्म और उनके कर्म भी दिव्य थे. बहुत बार बहुत सारी शास्त्रों में दी हुई घटनाओं को लोग इस पद्धति से, बहुत एथिस्टिक मेंटालिटी से और बहुत तोड़ ताड़ के अपने अनर्थों के विजन से उसे देखते. हमें हमारे अनर्थों का दूषित विजन जो है उससे बाकी घटनाओं को, शास्त्रों की घटनाओं को कभी भी नहीं देखना चाहिए, अदरवाइज हम बहुत बड़ा अपराध करते। बहुत बार हमें मोरल प्रिंसिपल से वे उल्टा पुल्टा भी दिखाई देगा, परंतु शास्त्र में वो नाम आया है, श्रीमद् भागवतम में नाम आना मतलब है ना, हमारे थोड़ा सा गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड, लिम्का बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड में आता है इस देव की, हाँ एक सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है तो वी आर ऑन 7वां आसमान, राइट? सो इफ somebody's name coming in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and that Srimad Bhagavatam has been recited by so many people, great stalwarts since like ages, आपको क्या लगता है वो ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन रहेंगे सभी के सभी, राइट? तो इसीलिए विदाउट डिफेमिंग और विदाउट टेकिंग एनी ग्रेट पर्सनालिटीज नेम डाउन disrespectful way, we have to understand whatever the things are happening or the situations has been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Without underestimating the greatness of that person, we should understand and we should take lessons from the past. That should be the mantra while reading and hearing the scriptures. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। एनीबडी हैज एनी क्वेश्चन? यस वर्षमत जी। अच्छा वर्षमत।
प्रभु जी, यहाँ परपट में लिखा है ड्यूरिंग द राइन ऑफ वैवस्वत मनु देयर वाज एन ओवरलैपिंग ऑफ 20, तो वाज क्यों लिखा है? अगर हम इसी मिलेनियम में हैं,
या
इतना चाहिए था ना कि इज
it is already happened ना, overlapping has been happened already, द्वापर युग भी चला गया, त्रेता युग भी चला गया, that's why it is was करके, अभी तो कलयुग में है हम।
अच्छा,
so in that sense
वैवस्वत मनु
yes we are in Vaivasvat Manu, but this particularly statement is not for as mentioned as for this yuga cycle, it is mentioned for the overlapping. तो overlapping is already happened ना, तो that's why it is said it was overlapping, now already होके चली गई है overlapping, that's why it is was.
हर मनु को कितने युग साइकिल्स मिलते हैं?
71. We have a technical person in front of me. 71 yuga cycle, and total ब्रह्मा जी के एक दिन में 14 मनुज आते हैं, so in that way 1000 ये होते cycles.
अच्छा,
yes ललिता माता जी।
प्रभु in Kerala also they say Hare Rama Hare Krishna, so when we say Hare Krishna they keep asking you why do you say that, so could you tell me how I can explain it to them?
This was the answer. The first 15 to 20 minutes of our lecture was the answer to this question. There is actually one more story which I have heard, but I didn't got like a scriptural reference yet. I heard it from the devotees, but not a scriptural reference for this story. That when Indra got attracted to Ahilya, and then after that Gautama Muni, when he came to know that Ahilya and Indra is having such kind of a relationship, Gautama became very much angry, and when he got angry, then he gave curse to Ahilya Devi that you will become stone. So when he cursed, Ahilya Devi said, asked for the forgiveness, and when she asked for forgiveness, he gave Ushap that okay, Ahilya Devi, when Lord Ramachandra will touch you, definitely you will get your form back. So Ahilya Devi said ki Lord Ramachandra means now it's Satyuga is going on, then there will be Dwapar Yuga, then there will be Treta Yuga. I have to take care, wait for so much long. And Gautama Muni, of course, he also doesn't wanted to stay much more away from his wife. So what he did, okay, by my prowess, what I will do, I will change the cycle of millennials. And then what he did, he took Treta Yuga first and then the Dwapar Yuga came, like that. So Munis and Sadhus have that kind of a strength also. So that is one of the version, and that's why Lord Ramchandra came first and Lord Krishna came afterward in this particular 20th Yuga cycle. But as per the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we will go more to in the purport of Srila Prabhupada, that according to Srila Prabhupada's purport, 28th Yuga cycle, most of the time it happens, that overlapping happens. So that's the answers for this particular. You are mute, Mathu.
You mentioned something about why Hare Rama was mentioned in some Upanishad, right?
Kalisantran Upanishad.
So that is already mentioned.
That is already mentioned. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. That is mentioned. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to us. Krishna first, Rama afterwards. Actually, in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what we have concept that Rama means Lord Ramachandra. Yeah, definitely. We can say Lord Ramachandra. So when we consider that Rama means Lord Ramachandra, then Hare becomes Sita Mata. That can be referred as Sita Mata. That Rama can be Balarama also, because Balaramji's name also Rama. Then our Hare becomes Rohini or Varuni. And then after that, Rama is actually, according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our Acharyas, Rama means Lord Krishna himself. Lord Krishna's name is Radha Ramana. So from that Ramana word comes Rama. And that Hare is Srimati Radharani. Rama means enjoyer. So Krishna's name is also Rama, which comes from Ramana. So these are the different explanations for that. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Is there any levels of Mara, Rama, and this Hare Krishna?
Mara and Rama means?
The person could not chant Rama, so he was.
Narada Muni told him to chant Mara.
So is there any relevance for this alteration also? This Hare Rama, Hare Krishna?
No, not in that way. Of course, the context to that story was like he could not chant the Ram's name. He was so sinful, so sinful. Especially when people are very sinful, they cannot chant the holy name of the Lord. They cannot. Even if somebody goes, even if try to cultivate them, even they know sometimes ki I have to chant and they are fully convinced, but still that because of their sinful activities, their mind doesn't allow them. So that Daku was in same way, that butcher was in same way. So Narad Muni, he was the first person applying principle according to time, place and circumstances. So when you cannot chant the name of Rama, then you should chant Mara, because you are accustomed to kill. So that's why Mara. So it started Mara, and it round. So Rama becomes, Mara becomes Rama after some time. So that's why it is said, Sankintyam Parihasyam va Stovana Helanam eva Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam Ashesha Aghara Vidhu. So even if we chant the holy name of the Lord jokingly, musically, by calling someone, or in order to do sarcasm with someone, you will have a benefit of that. But if you chant it more consciously, then there will be more. Okay? Hare Krishna.